If your New Year's resolutions are usually completely abandoned by the beginning of February, you are not alone. Today I'm going to be talking about some very effective strategies for staying on track and actually reaching your goals in 2020. Welcome back. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Nena and I'm a life coach that specializes in personal development. Here at this channel, we talk about everything having to do with our emotional well-being, understanding our own psychology, and living our best life possible. So if you aren't already a subscriber, please take a moment and become one because we definitely want you to stay connected. Now, reaching goals is completely contingent on being able to change habits. And we know as human beings, there is nothing our body resists more than change. So we need to find a way to really stay inspired and excited about our goal while we push through and develop these new habits, because our body really just wants to go on autopilot. Luckily, once we have made these changes and we have a new habit, then we have a routine and it's very easy to carry on from there. But today we're going to talk about the different ways in which we can really make these resolutions stick by looking at the different types of goals we are setting and the ways we are going about trying to achieve those goals. So the first thing to remember is that we oftentimes pick a goal that is not meaningful enough to us. In other words, we pick things that we would like to be the case if we had a magic wand, but we are unwilling to do whatever is necessary to make these things come into fruition. So we need to think about the goals themselves and really be honest with ourselves if we are willing to do whatever it takes to make these things happen. One of the things that can really help with this is visualization. So thinking about each goal, we're going to think about what it's going to take to make these goals reachable. So think about, what finances are going to be involved, what time commitment is going to be involved. Think about all the steps that are really going to be necessary, all the sacrifices that are going to be made. Think about everything that's going to be a possible setback for you. Are you willing to push past these things to achieve this goal? Now, if the answer is yes, that is a wonderful and achievable goal for you that you should not have problems with as long as you stay motivated. But so many times we put things on our list that we don't care enough about to do the work. So if you care enough about it and you're really going to do all the steps that are necessary to achieve that goal, that is the first step. The second problem is we often fail to set up the support that we are going to need to make these goals really happen for us. So we know that psychologically, when we do things with the support of other people, they are much more likely to happen. So if we have a support group, or if we have, let's say, if it's a fitness goal, if we have a workout buddy, or at least someone that we can talk to about this goal, we're going to have a lot easier of a time actually reaching this goal. Now, it does not even have to be face-to-face. It could be in the form of an online support group. It can be, something that is very, very easy to find, but it has to actually be present because it's so important we have accountability. If we have no accountability, the likelihood of this actually coming into fruition is very, very small. So we want to hold ourselves accountable and give ourselves as much support as humanly possible to help us achieve this goal. The third problem is we often write down goals that are unrealistic. Now, I don't mean to think small and that you should not dream big, but you want to make sure that these goals are actually achievable in the time frame that you are setting up for yourself. So we don't want things that are on the list to be only achievable by some kind of superhero. We want to make sure that these are things that are achievable from a real life person. So for example, if long-term you have a weight loss goal, let's say of 50 pounds, giving yourself a goal of 50 pounds right away may seem unrealistic and also overwhelming, as opposed to setting a goal, let's say, of 5 pounds and doing that 10 times. So we can always raise the increments, but giving ourselves a goal that we can actually really attack short term is so helpful. The same with something like meditation. So we don't want to tell ourselves, if we've never meditated before, that we are going to magically start meditating 30 minutes every single day when, again, we've never done that ever in our life. So instead, we want to give ourselves a small goal of, let's say, 3 minutes. I'm going to meditate for 3 minutes for each day this week, and then next week I'm going to meditate for 5 minutes. But that is a much more effective strategy than giving ourselves some kind of unrealistic goal that we are very likely to give up on because it's not achievable in a realistic amount of time. The fourth problem I often see is not believing in ourselves. So of course, if we don't believe in ourselves, we are certainly never going to achieve those goals because we don't believe that is actually even possible for us personally. So it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So you want to make sure that when you set these goals, you really think about it and you are honest with yourself about your limiting beliefs. Do you believe that you can actually do this? You believe that you want to do this, but do you believe that you are capable of doing this? Now, keep in mind that every person is capable of doing anything. So it is truly a self-limiting belief that we would be working through, but we have to be aware if there is a self-limiting belief present. So if you find, well, no, I don't really think that I could actually do that, we want to think about those thoughts first. We want to attack our limiting beliefs so that we can believe in the goal enough to be able to actually achieve it. And the fifth thing that can really set us back is to set goals but not have any kind of plans in place to actually help us achieve these goals. So if we go into the goal without any kind of organization or any thought or any plans that are specific to help us achieve these goals, how are we supposed to know even how to get started or what to do in the first place? So we need to do the research ahead of time and really set up a very specific plan for us to achieve the goal. That also helps us psychologically realize that it is possible because it's just a matter of, checking off boxes and completing different steps. But when we don't know what those steps actually are, we just feel completely overwhelmed and we really just throw it in the garbage can to begin with. So we want to make sure that we're really setting ourselves up with a very detailed, specific plan of action and that we are aware of any information that we may need pertaining to this goal ahead of time. That is going to help us more than you could possibly imagine because it is a lot less scary to really know what you're walking into instead of going into this very vague territory, which we do to ourselves all the time. So those are all the things that we don't want to do, but what we do want to do is pump ourselves up, get excited about it, believe in ourselves, tell ourselves every single morning when we wake up that we are going to have a great day, that we are fully capable of achieving this goal, and remind ourselves exactly the plan on how we are going to do it. We want to constantly use very, very positive self-talk and affirmations, and we even want to go as far as thinking of ourselves in a new light. We want to think about ourselves in a way that we are the person that has already achieved these goals. How would you think? How would you behave if this was already a reality? You want to start doing that now. Once you get into that mindset, you are unstoppable. Remember, attitude is absolutely everything. So you want to keep your attitude very, very positive. Again, keep your self-talk very, very positive. And just remember that everything is up to you. There is nothing in your way but yourself. So the sky really is the limit. So I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, please like it and share it with someone else who may need to hear this message today. Also, please write in the comments below what your goals actually are. I would love to read them and see what you'll be working towards in the new year. And also, if you aren't already a subscriber, please take a moment and become one. We definitely want you to stay connected. And I thank you so much for spending time with me today. Have an absolutely amazing day.